Okay, friends, we have something quite stunning looking on the bench today. And look at that, Ibanez. It's an Ibanez EW20-ZW. So the Ibanez EW stands for exotic woods. The 20 I'm not sure of, and the ZW would be zebra wood. Great looking guitar, very well manufactured. It has supposed to be a really good B-band EQ and tuning system on there, blah 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 blah, but the electrics do not work. I've had a little go on them. I've had it plugged in, absolutely nothing coming out of a jack, so it could be simple, it could be something more major. A couple of quirky features on this, the weird step nut, which I've come across before, and the bridge area, which is slotted here with the saddle behind it. Now, the action is not high, it's actually quite a good action, but you could not alter it because I can't take that any lower. This will be some kind of resin composite. All it really needs is, I've been across with fret rocker, it certainly does need some fret work. So it needs a setup. Now, a setup on an acoustic guitar with fretwork, I would normally charge £60 for that. But then we've got the problem with the electrics. Now, the owner said to me, if you can't fix the electrics, don't worry about it. He says, just leave it, I'll play it acoustically. He didn't pay a lot for this, but now he's seeming to think the reason he probably didn't pay a lot for it is because of the electrics not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the strings off. I'm going to take the electrics out completely. I'm going to completely take them out of the guitar and test everything outside of the guitar, just to make sure it's not a bad battery clip or something. The tuner works, but only works on the low strings. It doesn't work on the high strings either, so we certainly need to give that some more investigation. So before I do anything else, best thing for me to do is to get the strings off, we'll check the frets, we'll haul the electrics out of the hole somehow, and we'll give them a check over and see where we are from there. Thought it would be better just to show you the problem with the guitar. And we are plugged in, just to show we're plugged in. So you can hear the amp. We can't get any sound to come out. I've got the volume on full. Now I plug the tuner in. That silences the guitar anyway, but let's just have a check, see where we are. Tuner works on the first bottom three strings, E, A and D, but not on the G. Nothing. B. Nothing. E. Nothing. Remarkable. I don't know if you can see from there, but you can see the light flashing. Just flashing. Try my D. Picks the D up. A. Picks the A up. It picks the E up. I'm not even going to see where you are. Where's the tuner? Or if you just look here, you'll see it like the light's been red, the note, and the green is in tune. That's the E working, A working, D working, get to the G, nothing, B, nothing, top E, nothing. So I have no idea what's gone wrong in there. Like I say, the three bassy strings are working, the top ones aren't, nothing at all from the EQ no matter what I do. Volume's working, because I can hear it on the amp. Listen to the amp. There you go. Let me turn the volume up on the amp, you're going to hear this. So this is using the volume on the guitar. Listen, that's no volume. Listen for the amp. Can you hear it hissing? Nothing. So that problem is going to be with the, I've got no idea. If the EQ's working, but the pickup is not, the problem's going to be with the pickup, not the EQ. I'm saying, so that's something we may have learned there. He may have bought a duffer, but I will investigate, we'll see what we can find out, and I will get back to you. So here is a pickup, and I've pulled it out, it's just a thin membrane, and you'll notice It's now working. Which is great news. So why did it not work earlier? I have absolutely no idea. Now that's on full volume. So there may be a break in here somewhere. But it is working, which is great news. Let me see how loud the amp is. And the amp is not set too loud either, so that is very inspiring. That's good news. So let me just give it another go. So that is just one of those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pickup back in. I'm going to put one string on the guitar and I'm going to check it again. And hopefully all that needed was pulling through, squeezing together. Maybe there's a loose wire somewhere. I really have no idea. But let's put it back in. It just is one thin membrane. Let's slip it back in there where it belongs. Just popped out again. That's all right. I'm not worried about that. There you go. So when it lays down, it doesn't work. Nothing. What is that about? That is so strange. Something in there causing a short. How very strange, but it doesn't work when it's laying down in the guitar. Very quiet at that end. Okay, let's try again. Very weird. Still working. No, it's not working. I really have no idea why that's the case. Let's turn it up. Okay, we've got a lot of volume on the amp there. Working but very quiet. Not working at that end. Right, we're just a case of just maybe swap the pickup. I wonder if there's something inside there causing a short. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag everything out, as I said before. Maybe even tape around this, get some insulating tape around there and thread it back through. How I'm going to get that out and in again, I don't know, but I will solder on and we will work something out. So it's a matter of camera off, let me drag the whole lot out, see what's happening. We'll try and do something to this, because that is working fine there. So a little bit of a awkward one this. I have pulled the EQ system out just to see if I could replace this, because I do have a spare pickup. One of these jobs is here, but the problem is it doesn't work like that on this. This LR bag system, there is the plug-in part there, and I can't replace that with what I have in stock. But there's definitely a problem with the pickup, I think. Definitely working. Let's put it on full volume. I think that's where the problem lies. A bit of an awkward fit this. Hopefully I can get it back in the guitar. I'm sure I will be able to. But yeah, very strange. Strange that it doesn't work when I stick this in the guitar. So I think it's a bit beyond what I can do. There certainly is a problem with the pickup, but what I'm going to do is this little part of the video. I'm going to send to Bags and ask them. But look there, nothing. Get some at this end. Definitely the problem is, I believe, is the pickup. Maybe that just wants replacing, but I'm going to put it back together. I can show this little bit of video to LR bags. I'm not sure what system that is. Does it say on the case? It just says SRT, Ibanez SRTN. Let me just show that system there. There you go. And maybe we can send that to LR bags, and if they exist, or find out who their mother company is, and we'll have a little discussion and we'll find out what's what. But nothing coming out of the amp at all. Very, very strange. So, not knowing the problem with the electrics, we're going to move on. I've been informed, or I've been told, just set the guitar up for playing acoustically, and he's going to be quite happy with that. So, I'm just going to check the frets. Weird scale on this, 25 1/4 I believe, 25.25 inches. I have a 25 1/4. Made this out of a 25 1/2. I had to adapt it slightly. Just make sure that the neck is straight, or as straight as we can get it. Very strange because it's got a little back bow here, but it's got a little bit of relief there. So we go for as straight as we can, and that to me is as straight as we can get it. We always go for an average safe bet, and I basically ascertain where the neck goes up and down, where it undulates, which it does, and we get it as straight as we possibly can. And that is exactly where we are. So we then take the level across the frets. And I've already been over a 6 high frets, but I'm not going to charge for a full fret skim. I'm just going to, I'm basically going to spot level the frets that need the work. Not great. I've already talked to Russ about what work this needs, and I'm doing him a special rate. 3 high frets already. I'm not going to be skimming across a lot. I do believe it's 5, or it was 6 when I checked earlier. That's 4. That's already 5. I think that should be about it down this end. There are 6. Not a lot in that one. Seven. 8. Things is that little in these, we're just going to spot level the lot. The spot leveling is going to, I'm only going to level that way, I'm not going to go that way, so I'm not putting scratches in, so it's going to be a lot easier to polish. So it's much quicker than doing the whole neck, because once we get up here, the frets are all okay. There's one high one coming around to about fret 15, 16 I believe. There you go, and that's the one there. Fret 17 actually. Let's just check these for you down here again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one up here, 9. 9 high frets. I'm just going to spot level them, no tape, just straight across with a flat file to get them all reasonably level. Easy quick crown, just using the crowning file, the one already curved, and make it a little bit quicker. And get those done, get the neck oiled up and cleaned, polish the frets. And all we're going to do then is we're going to check every nut and bolt, every screw. We're going to tighten everything up. We're going to get the strings back on, and we're going to set it up. That is all we're going to do on this. We're going to set it up for acoustic play. There's not much more I can do with it, bar some cosmetic stuff. I'm going to level these frets, polish all of the frets, clean up the fingerboard, clean up the whole guitar, everything tightened, strings on, set up, and that will be it. What the owner wants to do with electrics, I don't know. I would suggest maybe just replacing the pickup. Hopefully that will work. I'll certainly get in touch with LR Bags and see what they say. I can't really offer or do any more than that. So, no great faffing about with this one, recrowning the frets, because they're such thin frets. I mean, not so high, but quite difficult to crown with a crowning file. So I'm just going with a profiling file, which has already got the groove cut, and it's really simple. It's just a matter of, we only really need to go over the frets we've worked on. So frets 4 through 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 4? Yeah, 4 through 11. And we don't need a lot of work. It's just a matter of reprofiling, and you'll see, if you're keen-eyed, you'll see all of the filings coming off there. What I need to do is wipe every couple of frets. Every fret wouldn't hurt. Just give it a good wipe, clean in there, and just reprofile. Like I say, I only really need to do frets 4 to 11 and fret number 17. I'll just give you a little zoom in. You should be able to see the filings coming off there. Really easy to do with this file. It's like little silver dust there. And then what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be polishing these properly. So I'm going to be going through with 6 different grits of sandpaper. For 600 grit through to 2000 grit. Which will remove all the scratches we put in that way, because we're going to be going that way. Removes all the scratches, it'll bring them to a beautiful glass-like shine. They'll look wonderful, they'll play wonderful. And that really is it. Right, 12 fret, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is there. Make sure we're right way on, just there. Normally I would tape up the fingerboard before I do this. But I only need to do that side, so we're pretty good. And that is a simple fret recrowning on that one. So what I need to do now is get out my masking tape. I'm going to mask off the whole fingerboard so we can level, not level frets, frets are leveled. We're going to mask off the whole fingerboard like so. I'll show you how in a second, just bear with. Tape up the sides. Both sides, really simple, not difficult. I'll be doing the whole length of the neck. Like so, we're going to mask off all of the frets. Like so, I think you get the idea. You get the idea, like this. Not rocket science, kids. Take a piece here for there, we'll rip it down the centre. I'm going to mask off all of the fretboard so I can just get at the frets, polish the frets. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Because it's getting on a Friday, it's getting quite late. I'm not going to video me polishing the frets. You've seen me do it a million times before. I'll do it all off camera. Just crack on and get it done. The electrical problem with this guitar, we don't know what's wrong. We're going to get in touch with LR Bags and find out. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to take the jack out again and we're going to have a look inside there, just see if there's a problem with the jack. I personally think the pickup is the problem, not the jack, because of the way it's behaving. But anyway, we're going to get this all matched off. Going to get polishing. I'll come back when we're toward the end of the polishing so you can see the results. And we can get this one wrapped up because it will be going out tonight. I did say I'd come back at the end of polishing, but I'm actually going to come back at the start of polishing just to show how it works. And it's really simple. I have 6 different grits of sandpaper, from 600 grit to 1000 grit. It's got 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1500, 2000, all written on the back, what is what, and it's really simple. You just take some sandpaper. You see I've got the sand hole sealed up so we don't get any filings in there or any sand in there, and it's just a matter of going across top of the fret, and that's it, with all 6 grits. And as we get to the finer grits, we remove more and more of the scratches. By the time I've done all of this, we're going to go inside the frets as well, so we're getting the inside, outside and the top all done. And it's just a matter of biding your time, getting this done 120 or however many times we have to do it. 21, 19, 20, 21 frets times 6. I'll finish off with steel wool. It's another reason why we block up the sand hole. We don't want our steel wool filings in there. And it takes a while. And we just crack on, we soldier on. Well, I'll stick some music on in a minute. The reason I don't have music on when I'm doing these videos is copyright. To play a song while you're doing work, copyright issues, that's it. I've had it a few times, so I don't have any music on while I'm working. Well, I do when I'm working, but not when I'm filming. But here you go, I'm going to be polishing the frets. You see how it works. Got to go for all 6 grits, finish off with steel wool. Once that's done, we'll get strings back on, we'll look at cutting the nut slots if we need it. We'll just get it set up and it'll be ready to go. Just about finishing the polishing of the frets. And I'm hoping you can see the difference between these 3, which I've not finished yet, and all of these, which are super shiny and glass-like. And that's because I've been across with all the paper, 6 different grits of paper. I'm just finishing off with some steel wool, finest grade steel wool, super fine. And it's just a case of getting over the top of the fret and then getting into the corners each side. Doesn't take long. You've already been across with 6 grits of paper. This is a 7th polish of each fret. And look at that, amazing. You really have to put some effort into this, but it's not as tiring as you think it might be. It is when you first start doing it, when you start getting into this game, you're thinking, I've got to polish these 130 odd times, 132 times or whatever. Oh, 153 times if it's 21 frets times 7, but look at that. Into the sides, over the top, and that is the frets done. And they look fantastic. I'll just get my looking glass out. I don't think it's going to alter your perspective or view, but it's certainly, yeah, they look fantastic. They look so good. So frets levelled, crowned and polished. All I really need to do now is peel off the tape. This is why we put a strip down the side, because we're then able to just bring all the strips off together. Otherwise we'll be peeling each one, it will take time. This way, you see, we're able to grab everything. And look at that. How much easier is that? This side I've also put a small strip of 6mm under the edge here at the end, and how much easier is that? I've got a strip on this side, and there you go, all the paper is off. Can discard that, get it in the bin, blow away any filings. Don't brush them, because you'll not with your hand anyway, because what you will do is you'll embed them in the top. Then you can brush them once you've blown everything off. There you go, that's looking good. Now what we're going to do is some lemon oil. It's actually mineral oil, not lemon oil. Mineral oil with a hint of lemon or some lemon essence in there to make it smell nice. Especially formulated for fingerboards. This stuff, I need to top this off because it's not squirting out too brilliant. Get plenty on there. And look at that then. Doesn't matter, I've got some on the body. It's not going to harm the wood at all. I will wipe it off in a second. But I'm going to let this soak 10 minutes. This will lift the grime. It will also nourish the wood. I put far too much on there. So what I'll do is, because I've got so much on there, I'll take the rag, it's already got some oil on there anyway. We'll wipe it off the body first. And we'll just give it a quick wipe. There you go. I'm going to let that soak in 5-10 minutes. And once that's done, we can come back with a cleaner cloth. Well, I've already got one here. And we'll buff where the oil's been on that part. And if anything, the oil is going to bring that out. And then we'll just, what I could have done is just put a little over the bridge as well. We'll take this. And there you go. Just darken that up a little. That's a lot better. Take a clean cloth, buff the body. And there you go. We can now remove this. Discard that, get it out of the way. Nice piece there. Just a little piece talking what frets needed the attention. Yeah, frets 4 to 11, fret 17. Using the oily rag again. Just buff everything up, clean it up. And that's it. I'm going to give that 5 more minutes and I'll give it a good clean, and we'll get the strings on, get the final setup done, and we can finish this guitar off. So I have the guitar finished as well, as much as I can finish it. The electrical problem, I have no idea what. The tuner works now and again. I've checked everything I can think. I've checked the EQ system and I've checked the jack on the pickup system in there. I don't know why the pickup is not working when it's all put back together. It does work when you pull it out of the bridge hole, so I really do not get that. Could be there's got to be a short somewhere. The owner has told me to leave it and just make the guitar play well acoustically, so I've done that. But I've not charged for the setup. I've not charged for dragging the electrics out and checking them. All I've charged for is the fret level. That is it. I've levelled the frets, reprofiled the frets, polished the frets. I have done a setup, obviously. Not charged for the setup either. And here is the guitar as is. It has a couple of dings and knocks. There's a hole right there I didn't notice until this afternoon actually. I've looked at the video and that was on there when I first got the guitar, so that's a good thing. Great looking guitar, exotic woods. Oh, also something I must explain. I mentioned that this was an LL Baggs EQ system earlier, or earlier in the video. It is not, it's a B-band one. Now B-band make their own stuff anyway, but they also make stuff for other companies like Crafter, Ibanez, whatever, but they still put their moniker on it or their label on it. I know at the beginning of the video I said it was a B-band, then during the video in the middle I said it was an LL Baggs. It's not an LL Baggs at all. But that's what it is. I don't know why it doesn't work, it just doesn't, but the guitar is set up, it plays well acoustically. Sounds quite nice. The owner is quite happy to have it just playing acoustically. Like I said, I've not done the setup. I couldn't really drop the action anyway because of the bridge and the way it's set and fixed there. The height above the first fret is pretty good. Even the action at the 12th fret is pretty good, so there's not really anything to complain about. I could check the, in fact I ought to do it, I haven't done that. Check the amount of relief. It's a 25¼ inch scale, which is a strange one. And there's a little bit more relief than I would normally like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 4mm Allen wrench and straighten that neck a little. How we straighten the neck is, if there's relief in there, is we turn, or we tighten the truss rod to turn it clockwise. I'm just going to check that and I'll tune the guitar in again, but I've done as much as I can on this. That's beautiful, nice and low now, a lot straighter. I'm going to tune the guitar in again, but that is it, the project is finished. I don't know what's up with the electrical system. Someone else, if you know, post it on here. Not really my thing, these type of electronics. I'd imagine there is a short circuit somewhere, but I don't know what it is. The tuner works intermittently. It's now working on the top 3 strings, but it only kind of works when you get very close to tuning. So what use is that? I don't know. Absolutely nothing coming out of the pickup, out of the jack. So again, I have no idea. So all I can do is do what I've done, set it up acoustically like I've been asked, and that is what I've done. It will play nice, and that is it. So project tied up. I'm just going to wrap it up now, get it put back in its box because the owner's coming for this in an hour or two. It's late, well it's not late, it is Friday evening, it's dark outside. I think it's about just gone 6 p.m. I am knocking off. I'm going to take my dog for a walk, got to wait for the owner of this guitar to come round, collect his guitars. Once he's been and gone, me and the dog are going to the pub because my wife has gone out on a works do tonight. So me and my dog's going to the pub, aren't we? We're going to have a couple of real ales and we're going to have a smashing time. So until next time, just before I do go, remind you of my website, facebook.com/ng17, that's facebook.com/NGONESEVEN. You can also go to fretfriend.co.uk. This is Ross, hello. Hello. Fretfriend.co.uk. I am Victor, I am your fret friend. Till next time, as always, God bless you, be good to each other, and I'll see you next time.